Hey guys, we did a live chat here earlier, a live stream video, and man, a bunch of nice people showed up, and they was all visiting among themselves in the comments, and seemed like everybody's having a good time, and people chatting with me and asking questions, and a lot of old timers, names that I've seen in the comments for 10 years showed up tonight. Jonathan W., one of my favorite YouTubers, showed up in the chat. Now I'm not going to start naming names because there was too many. It was good. It was good. So it's probably boring to watch it back because you can't see the comments that were made at the time. So I'll probably yank the video down. I'm sure I will. I want to get back to the 26 Hudson. I've got this video that's coming up tonight and one more, and then there's going to be a follow-up video to where the rig is today, what's going on with it today. So I'm gonna go back in the archives, take a shovel, pick, shovel, and dig real deep in the archives and dig up two more old videos, 7 years ago these videos were made. And I'll probably edit it down a little bit, but they're not very long, 4, 5, 6 minutes, because the old Hudson's got a lot of cool features. So if you old timers have seen these videos, will just bear with me while I bring the newcomers up to speed. I am working my way up to a point. You will get the point at the end of all this, but you know, if you've seen the video before, just click off of it. And I know a lot of you have not seen it, but let's get to it. And I'll shut up, and y'all just try to remember one thing. If you can only remember just one thing, just remember that I appreciate you. And Bob said when he was taking the body off, you know, to put a different rear end in, it had a rear end that was way too big, and he swapped that out, but he said it just wasn't that hard to get the body off because of the light weight of that aluminum. And you don't have to worry about rust.
No,
it might oxidize, or
it's not rusted out anywhere.
Got some Mike's Moxie orange paint on there. There's the the plate's gone off of the ID tag. Do you have it? You've got it
in the house.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got all the windows, all the glass is good.
Yeah. Wow. And also, Bob got. I'll get a chance later. I'll take out, film those. He cut the axles, the original axles with the wooden spoke wheels. Big monster things.
And this is the door latch.
Yeah.
Up on the
yeah, and I like to look at the door pulls.
Yeah.
It's very cool. This is going to be one mean rat rod. I like it. Now, do you have the hood?
Yep. Got everything. Everything. It's complete.
All right.
Matter of fact, we'll probably bring the hood out and put it back on it, and then I'll have to cover it all.
Right. We'll get through playing with it. We'll put the hood on it. Okay. Got a new starter on it. Looks like. It's rebuilt, maybe. Got any oil in it?
Wrecking yard? No, it doesn't.
Oh.
I got oil. But
yeah. Okay.
It's not good.
Wonder what happened to that. The oil filter's all beat up on the bottom.
Yeah, I got a new one.
Might want to spin a new one on there, yeah.
But
radiator hoses, do you have them?
No.
No. But it wouldn't hurt to kick it over.
No.
Without it, yeah. As long as you don't run it.
I don't need
couple minutes.
Not wired or anything, you know.
Yeah.
It's a ways to go for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, it takes time. Well, I'm gonna put this camera down, and I like the the little rod there that hooks together, make the windshield wipers work. What did they have? They've got a motor. 6 volt would have been. 6 volt motor to run the wipers. Well, this was a
fancy rig in its day, wasn't it?
First class.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, I'll show you the stay there.
Yeah.
And this is the sun visor.
Well, and the top was originally probably from
It
that
was fabric.
same material. It's
That's
kind of a
fabric.
canvas, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that would have been the top as well. Boy, I'd like to see one of those babies brand new.
And it got the curtains for the windows.
It had curtains in it.
Got those in the garage.
Well,
They're still there.
I'm gonna walk in and film those headlights.
Oh.
If they're laying in there, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, I wanna.
And here's the crank.
Boy, you gotta reach way back in there, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. Sure enough. Yeah.
In the old days, I mean when it was.
Yeah, I used to crank my rat rod, but I filled it up with slanted that radiator and put that water pump in there and stuff, and moved the motor back where I can't really use the crank anymore. I think I can. I'd like to figure out a way to use it. Shorten the crank, maybe. Well, this is another project. We'll film this a little bit later. It's a pacer that's becoming a pickup, a pacer up.
Yeah, here's the shades.
Oh, window shades for the inside.
Yep.
Huh. Huh. I'd put them in. It's like they
Yeah,
are.
just
Yeah,
like they are.
you bet. No.
There's a footrest back there, yeah.
For the back
back.
seat. Yeah. Yeah. And the headlight buckets. Some light. There they are. And those screw off. That rim
They
screws
go
off.
Yeah, they go on here.
Yeah, bolt into the fender, looks like, and then a
Yeah.
rod runs between the two. Cool.
There's the hood.
Bob's gonna figure out how to put some 12-volt bulbs in there, and here's
And
the hood.
This is a cool thing about the gas tank.
Gas tank for the Essex.
It's aluminum.
Oh, it is. Well, and the gauge right on
Gauge
it. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. As your brother would say, far out.
I took, the glass was broke, so I took a piece of plexiglass and cut a piece of plexiglass.
Well, it looks original. Looks great. Sure it does. Here's another one of Bob's little finds. He picked up this 1958 Johnson outboard.
What now?
This Johnson 1958 model.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5.5 horse, 5.5 seahorse. A Johnson seahorse. All original. Starts right up.
These
Signal
are the,
lights.
running lights.
Yeah, running lights rather. Yeah.
And this is the fuel filter
Oh wow.
that goes on there.
Oh,
Gas comes in here,
Yeah.
goes out there.
Sediment ball.
Or opposite, I guess, comes in there, goes out there.
Uh huh.
And it's a, got a name on it. Vacuum fuel.
Vacuum fuel feed system.
Yeah.
Never heard of such a thing. I don't
But
know
I'm
a
gonna
thing
put-
about it.
Run it through there,
Yeah.
just a solid line.
Just run the line
line
so it in and out. You
and
bet.
bolt that back on.
You bet. That's awesome.
That's aluminum too.
Yeah. Huh. Aluminum car in 1926. But I was telling this guy a story. You should tell his story. I was telling him about when he was talking about trying to find out if my dad's farm was and where his dad's was or whatever. See, I was born in Arkansas. I was born in Batesville. My folks lived in Izard County. Of course, everybody from Arkansas is from Izard County around here, Washington. The joke around here is the Arkies took Washington and never fired a shot. So anyway, we joke here that Washington has two counties. I live in Chelan County here in Washington. And the joke is Washington has two counties, Chelan and Izard. So there's a lot of Arkies around here. But the story I was telling that guy, when I thought I was talking to old Rat Rod Bob or whatever his name is. Yeah, Bob's a good guy. Yeah, Red the Dead Redneck or something like that. That's right, JC. Yeah. So I was telling him about my dad had 40 acres in Arkansas, and we moved to Missouri when I was 6 months old. And I remember later on, he finally sold that farm he had down there. He bought a farm in Missouri, bought 60 acres up in Missouri, but he still had that 40 down in Arkansas. I think it was down on Strawberry. It's close to Oxford. Anyway, Izard County. So when I was 9 years old, he sold that farm. And well, I don't know if he got any money, but I know he did some trading, because him and some buddies of his, they went down there and they came back, and I remember them coming down the driveway with these 2 old trucks. He traded that farm for an old like 4950, them old that body style 4950 Chevys. He traded that farm for 2 trucks and some livestock. I don't remember now if it was a cow or a whole load of cows or cows and hogs or what. I didn't pay attention to that. Them trucks what caught my eye. I was 9 years old, and I remember that one of them was a GMC and one of them was a Chevy. And I got to thinking about what a sucker trade that was. Why would he do that? Why would he trade? Well, now when I look back on it, I realize that was a shrewd move, man, because he probably got some money to boot. And then those trucks at the time, they weren't that old. When I look back at it, I go, he traded 40 acres for 2 old 50 Chevys, or that's horrible. But no, I have to look at it another way. It'd be like me bringing home 2 of these Dodges, this 2013 Dodge I got out here. If I brought 2 of those home, that'd be worth a pretty good chunk of change, And so, that's what he did. He knew he would come out better in that trade than he would if he'd have just taken the money. And he was quite an entrepreneur, and I thought he was just a dumb old farmer, when I was growing up. And now looking back, I realized that he was a businessman, he knew what he was doing. So there's your story. Somebody asked me to tell a story. I was telling my daughter about that. I said 40 acres. She goes, oh, please tell me there was a mule. Yeah, there was a mule, because we got a picture of my dad in a 3-piece suit. And he traded that 3-piece suit for a mule.